Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I know long form videos don't really get much views anymore, but this one's about inflation. So I thought I'd do this video because it's April 30th. And inflation is really starting to creep in. And people go, "Oh, what are you talking about? Inflation's been around forever." Well, we had inflation. Inflation started to adjust. Food inflation is crazy. Beef prices are crazy. Beef prices are so high, I want to get into the cow business. But they've already gotten to the point where I can't even get into the cow business. I don't have enough money. Land prices where I live have gone through the roof. It's crazy. But we're here today to talk about inflation. Inflation is coming. Do not listen to these people. Well, we think oil might hit. Oh, well, we think, we could have a recession. No. Inflation is coming. Is inflation going to cause a recession? Not at the beginning. Economics 101. Our current Prime Minister, Mark Carney, knows this. He has an economics degree, unlike PP the loser. Just to let you know, government can't do anything about this. Cannot. Because there's a shock coming and it's going to cause massive inflation. Now, we're going to be shielded a little bit in Canada compared to the United States. And we're going to be shielded compared to a few other countries, mainly because diesel has basically been $1.80 a liter for the last 5 years. And it got down to 170, but it never went under 170. Diesel is what moves everything. And this is why inflation is coming. So get the lightning man out. We're going to move to the chair and we're going to explain it all to you real short, like in a long time. It's going to be short, but it's going to take a long time. It's going to be short, long time. I don't know. It's going to be short, but it's going to take a long time. So just hang on a second and let me get my bearings. Okay, we're back. Got my computer screen here so I can kind of scroll down and get approximately what's happening. Now, if you're looking for 0.0001 on the math, I've rounded everything up or rounded everything down because it just doesn't matter. Because what you're going to see coming is going to blow your mind away. Now, if you're going to the store and you're buying food, because that's the easiest thing for people to track, beef prices are through the roof. Pork's down a little bit, chicken's down a little bit, but beef prices are through the roof, and beef prices are going higher. So if you think beef prices are high right now, April 30th, 2026, they are not. That's as simple as that. 2, vegetables are really going to take off. We're going into the summer season in Canada. We're not there yet. So a lot of people think prices should be coming down because it's May. No, the ground's just thawed out and planting season, blah, blah, blah. So we're kind of, a little expensive till maybe July. July and August won't be too bad. You won't really notice it. But where you really will notice this is coming November. Now, inflation in November is going to blow your socks off. In fact, you're not even going to be able to buy socks. You're going to have socks with holes because you can't afford to buy the socks. Now, socks are a light product, so let's divide this inflation story into 2 things. So, way back, I got my chart here, 1975. Inflation was 7.54%. Now, what was going on in 1975? Well, a lot was going on in 1975. I'm not going to get into the Yom Kippur War thing, and the embargo was happening, and then a bunch of other things happened, and then 11% inflation in 74, 10.67% inflation in 75, 7.54 in 76. People were dancing the jig. Do you get the message here? Basically, we're 8% to 12% every year. Could you imagine 8 to 12% every year? And that was the 70s. It started in 72, really 73, and all the way, it didn't stop until 84, 4.3%. Okay? So imagine 11 years of inflation, 8 to 12%. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. How do you prepare for this? Well, first of all, there's some of the proteins are just going to become too expensive. So you're going to have to start planning for this. There's two types of things that inflation are really going to hit. Okay? One, gasoline prices are going to be $2.50 a liter on average. Okay? That's just the way it is. Diesel, they're going to try and keep diesel down in Canada to $2.20. But we've been running $1.70 for almost 5 years. So, wow, that's, like a 50 cents a liter increase. $2 a gallon increase. Okay? So there's going to be price increases happening. But the big thing is, anything that has to transport through the United States to get to Canada, or anything transported in the United States. See, the United States has this, gasoline should be $3 a gallon or $2 a gallon. It's going back to $2 a gallon. And they have ran their entire economy on $2 to $3 a gallon. They are now going to experience what the rest of the world has experienced. So let me give you a quick, I'm not going to do exchange rate stuff here, depending on where you live. It's all, kind of relative. But $1.70 a liter. $1.70 a liter is $6.44 a gallon. Okay, now there's some exchange rate in there, but $6.44 a gallon. So diesel in Canada has been running $6.50 a gallon for the last 4 years. You maybe go down to $6.30, but for the most part, round it around, people, $6.50 a gallon. Have you been paying $6.50 a gallon in the United States for diesel? You have not. You keep thinking about it. It's going to $2 again. It's not going to $2 ever again. You're never going to see it again. This is what, unless we end up in a Great Depression, unemployment of 25%. Then it'll go down because no one will buy it and the price will come down. So right now, today, okay, $6.50 a gallon for diesel in Canada, and it's more expensive than that everywhere else in the world, but the United States. They're the only ones that get it cheaper. Oh yes, these these Middle East countries own the oil. The government owns the oil, and they don't do it like we do it here. The government owns the oil. They pay a fee to people to come and get it out of the ground and refine it, and they sell it to their people for 50 cents a liter, $2 a gallon. They own it. They're not looking to get revenue from the gas pump. Nobody owns the gas pump. Frank doesn't own the gas pump. I don't own the gas pump. The government owns the gas pump. They own the refinery. They own the oil. They pay someone a fee to extract it and do it and all that kind of stuff. But their country uses 2 million barrels of oil a day, say, which they don't. It's like 500,000. But let's say it uses 2 million barrels of oil. Saudi Arabia. 2 million barrels of oil a day are used by the citizens of Saudi Arabia at 50 cents a liter. Well, they sell 8 million barrels a day to the world at $100, $120 a barrel. You see the difference there? They make all their money selling it to the world. So they give it to their citizens at cost or below cost. It doesn't matter. They got so much money coming in, it doesn't matter. See the difference? So, $6.50 diesel. And this is what this means. I don't care. You could take every passenger car in North America and make it electric. And it go 900 kilometers in electric mode down the highway at 130 kilometers an hour, which is way too fast. No problem. One charge. Make every car tomorrow. Snap your fingers. You're magic. Gasoline for diesel. Gasoline and diesel will still be $6.50 a gallon. It's not going to change. Okay? Demand for oil is all going up, and it's the other products that it's going up in, not transportation. So the U.S. is going to start to learn that the rest of the world runs on $6.50. We're currently at $8 a gallon. The U.S. is going to $8 a gallon. Now do the math on that. Hey, Brad, well, you're freaking out going $8 a gallon and freaking out about that. Everything that's transported is transported with diesel. It's as simple as that. So at $8 a gallon, you're a country that's used to paying $4 a gallon or $3.50 a gallon. This is significant. The cost of moving something has just doubled. So what does that mean? What can you do to save money over the next 2 to 3 years? Because this is going to go on. Based on 1970s and what happened with the price of oil and inflation and how long it took to get it under control, I would say 4 years worth. So what do? Go out and buy boxes and truckloads of food, and well, you can't do that. But what you can do is you can save money by spending a little bit of money today, and this is what this video is going to be about. So inflation is coming, people. Now, I sell real estate for a living, and if you're not out buying real estate right now today, you're crazy, because you are going to pay more for it in the future. And there's nothing you can do about it, because it's called inflation. From 1975 to 1981, the average price in the city that I live in, do you know what it went to? Are you ready? It basically went from $25,000 to $100,000. 6 years. You could buy a house for $25,000, and then that same house you could sell for $100,000 in 1981, before the crash came. Okay? Simple. That's and happened to the whole country. The whole country. 4 times its value. And interest rates through the roof. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. Wages went up. Everything went up. Now, the difference is what happened with 9% inflation a few years ago. The inflation was there, and no company wanted to give anybody a raise, even though they were putting prices up through the roof. That's going to change this time around. Raises will be huge. People getting 15-20% raises, but inflation will be running 15-20%. Could you imagine that? I don't think it's going to get that. It's kind of crazy. But we are going to see 12% inflation. 8% inflation, 11% inflation. We are going to see it. And where you're going to see it is in anything that is heavy. You want to go buy some socks? Oh, well, you can get an 18 pack at Costco for $15. Well, that'll be $16. So you're not going to notice that. Okay? But you know where you're going to notice it? Laundry detergent. Soap for your hair. Creams. That kind of stuff. Anything that is heavy or has water in it. Anything that is heavy. So laundry soap is going to triple. Ketchup, it's going to double. And it's not because of what's inside. It's because of what it's going to take to ship it. Okay? Shipping. It's heavy. It's liquid. Anything that is heavy will go up in price 2 to 3 times over the next 4 years, and it's going to go. So you gotta do laundry. Figure out how many loads you do a week, multiply it out, and go buy the stuff on sale right now today, because there's no panic. There's no, oh my God, that laundry detergent at Costco that I buy all the time, that's $7.99, that gives me 200 loads. That hasn't gone up. In fact, I just got a coupon in the mail to get it for $3.99 or $4.99 or $5.99, whatever it is. Go get 10. It doesn't go bad, and you're going to use it. So if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. A lot of people are going out buying rice and beans and all this kind of stuff, which is great if it's on sale. Stock up. But remember, you got to use it. It doesn't last forever. Canned goods. One of the best ways you can save money is canned goods. I like fruit salad, and so I bought a bunch of cases of fruit salad at 99 cents a can because it was on sale. So I stocked up on it. I don't have to buy that now. Anything that is heavy. Fresh stuff, there's nothing you can do about. Meat, you can do nothing about that. You can't freeze dry meat. You can't freeze dry chicken. I mean, yeah, you can, but honestly, if there's any fat in there at all, it'll go rancid. So if you want to do prepper meals and all that kind of stuff, no. But anything that is heavy, go out and buy that you can. Don't go crazy. Just take a look at, okay, what do I buy that's really heavy that I bring in from the store? Can I buy it and it lasts for 5 years? Yeah. Can I buy 5 years worth? Yeah. Go buy 5 years worth. A little much, but go buy 5 years worth. I have a funny little story. That's why this is short, but it goes long. My parents thought in 1999 the Y2K thing was going to crash the world. Everything was going to go crazy. It's all going to crash. Oh no, what are we going to do? Guess what happened? Nothing. I told them nothing would happen. I informed them nothing would happen. I went to school. I knew this stuff. I told them nothing would happen. The electrical system isn't going to shut down. It's not going to close down, blah, blah, blah. They didn't believe me. So, we are English, ladies and gentlemen. My grandmother on my mother's side used to be a cook and a baker at Buckingham Palace before she was brought over to Canada. My great-grandfather was already here in Alberta, homesteading, all by himself, but the family was in England. And then as soon as he got enough money, he brought him over. I don't have the picture handy to show the picture taken in Halifax when they arrived. Okay? But my grandmother, on my mother's side, who would be 100 and some odd years old, I should look that up. But anyways, worked when she was 16 years old at Buckingham Palace and baked for the king and the queen and all their little state dinners. Okay? You understand? So knowing that someone has that skill, how do you think that translated into our family? Our baked goods? Oh, to this day, shout out to my Aunt Hetty. To this day, I have all the recipes and know how to do it. I know how to do this because I was taught. It don't matter your gender, you're cooking today and you're baking today. Okay? The stuff that woman made to this day, I still have no concept how she did it. No concept. Unbelievable baking. So when you have unbelievable baking, what do? You think the world's coming to an end. You stock up on cocoa, flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder. Put them in sealed containers. Last forever, really, honestly. So what happened? Well, nothing happened to Y2K. We just to let you know, the last Bird's Eye custard for banana cream pies last month. It is 2026. And this was stocked up on in 1999. And the little sticker, because they used to put stickers on the thing, said $1.99. I don't even want to know what that would cost. I think it's $8. So you can stock up on things. So if you use things and you're going to use things, stock up on them. You can save a ton of money. If it's heavy, if it's light, there's not much you can do about it. Cereals are not going to go through the roof. Oh, maybe the companies will price gouge you and shrink inflate you, but that should not go through the roof. They're light, not going to cost. They can move a lot for very little money, but laundry detergent move a little for a lot of money. Do you understand me? So, this is what I want you to do. Save your inflation. Because I got the chart right here. And it was not until we did not get below 2% inflation until 1992. Guess what happened in 1992? Does anybody know? Are you here in Canada? Are you watching this video? GST. The worst frickin' tax the rich people for GST. I hate sales taxes. Because you know why? 99% of the sales tax is paid by poor people. And rich people pay 0.01. They don't pay any of it. Rich people don't pay sales taxes. It's just a scam by the conservatives. Just tax people. Okay? Just tax us. Stop the boondoggles. And thank you very much. But anyways, 1.49% was the inflation rate in 1992, and that was because GST came in. Okay? GST came in 92, 93, and so in 94, when it really took hold because it kind of crashed the economy, you're taking 7% of your GDP out in a sales tax. It's 5% now, but it was 7. Took that out. So 0.17 in 1994 was the inflation rate because of GST. That did not make stuff cheaper. The inflation rate went down because they sucked money out of the economy for taxes, and they never did bother to pay the debt off, as you know. The conservatives, we don't want to get going on GST. I hate it. All sales taxes are boondoggle against the people. Rich people just, pay me no tax, but I'll pay a sales tax. Well, they don't pay any sales tax. So that's how that works. So just remember, inflation is coming. I cannot stress this. I'm posting this video today on May 1st. And I want everybody to understand that by December, this is where inflation will show up. It's not going to show up today. It's not going to show up tomorrow. In fact, there's going to be some deals out there on some stuff. You're going to see some price reductions, and you're going to think, come on, I don't know what they're talking about, inflation. There's no inflation, blah, 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 blah. No. This takes a while to get through the system, and it's like getting honey on you. You know, you get honey on you and want to try and get it off, and you're like, oh, it's sticky. It's just like you can, like, it's sticky. Inflation's sticky. Takes a while to show up, but it's coming, and it is gonna be painful. Okay, I don't think I'll be able to afford another steak for 5 or 6 years, or unless I win the lottery. It's just the way it's going to be. Just the way it's going to be. So if you can stock up on things that are heavy, get them on sale. Know that you like them. Know that you use them. Because I got to tell you, I sell real estate for a living. And people die, like my neighbor did across the street. And then you go downstairs and you see shelves of stuff, of stocking up. But they stopped eating what they stocked up. So only do the stuff that you know you're going to go down there and get every week. If you're going to do rice, make sure you eat rice. If you're going to do beans, make sure you eat the beans. Okay, if you're going to buy tomato sauce and all that kind of stuff, make sure you're doing stuff with tomatoes. And it's the tomatoes you want. Don't buy them Roma tomatoes. Everybody canned Roma tomatoes for stuff. That's just for pasta people. Don't be making salsa and chili and spaghetti sauce with Roma tomatoes. Okay? Just don't. It's a fresh tomato. It's a light, fresh tomato. People make a mistake there. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening to me ramble about inflation. I want everyone to know that inflation is coming. You don't want to believe me. Nobody wants to believe me that this is coming. Housing prices where I live are going to go up, and everyone says that can't. My neighbor down the street just sold for $805,000, and everyone is going, huh? How is that possible? Well, I just want to let you know, that's going to go up 10% next year, and it's going to go up 10% the year after that. What has happened cannot be changed. I just want to let you know, the Straits of Hormuz thing and what the ramifications of it we've gone past. It's gone past. It's not going to change. Get ready. Inflation is coming. Even if it opened up tomorrow, inflation is coming. At least 10% for 2 years. Minimum. That's where we're at right now. And for every day that goes by, that makes that longer. So thank you for tuning in. Give me a like and a subscribe or a comment down below if you think I'm correct or you think I've gone off my rocker. But I can tell you this much. I've stocked up on the 4 heaviest items that I buy. That wasn't very much money. I mean, buying 10 things of laundry soap wasn't very much money. Okay, buying fruit salad in a can, or beans in a can, or fresh beans, or something like that. Stuff that I eat all the time. I eat this all the time. It was only 4 or 5 items. I'm not going to prep out a whole pantry. Nobody's got room for that. But you can save yourself some money, so in the future, when that laundry soap is $20, you've bought it for $8. Just saved yourself $12, and you're like, not concerned. It will be painful. Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants it for free. Okay? It's not free. It's going to be painful. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. And this is just the fact of what it's going to be. So get on out there. I expect to be extremely busy in real estate for the next 4 months, 5 months. I mean extremely. If you're thinking of buying a house or moving, you better get it done now with really low interest rates under 4%, around 4%, and housing prices reasonable, because they are not going to be reasonable. And you got to remember, Blue Sky City as an average price compared to all the other major centers in Canada, we're one of the cheapest, and we're the best place to live. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of crazy people here, but I like crazy. Have yourself a great day, and remember, I'll see you in the future.